Hello, Professor. We are Team Yellow, and we have been working so hard as a team to make our group assignment well. And finally, it has come to an end. This presentation is about the SharePoint of Best Buy Canada. Let me introduce my team members to you. I'm Rashin Shah, working as a designer. Kamal, project manager. Mubarak, cloud manager. Sitita, designer. Pooja as a content creator, Leena, subject matter expert, Aman, IT expert, and Gagan, operation manager. Let me take you through the introduction. A digital transformation is like the lifeblood of modern businesses. If you imagine all the data a company deals with daily, and it's quite big, and that's where good life management comes in. When files are organized properly, we can find what you need quickly, reduce duplicates, and save time. And also keeping those files safe and secure is a big task, and that's where SharePoint comes into play. It has been around since 2001 and it's a champ of handling all these tasks with over 190 million users worldwide. It's always involving offerings such as business intelligence and smart document libraries. This report dives into how Best Buy Canada use SharePoint to boost performance and productivity. My colleague Siddhita will move forward with the rest of the slides. Thank you.
Thank you for the introduction, Rashan Shah. So when it comes to the background of Best Buy, we can see in the slide that it was founded in 1966 under the name of Sound of Music. The company later rebranded as Best Buy in 1983. Since then, it has experienced rapid expansion, establishing itself as a prominent electronics retailer. With a robust network of physical stores, Best Buy holds a significant position as a consumer, electronics, and appliance retailer. Even today, when it comes to purchasing electronics, we choose Best Buy. Its online presence and e commerce capabilities further contribute to its leadership in the retail industry. Moving forward, Best Buy boasts varied product lineup surrounded by electronics, appliances, computers, and beyond. Additionally, the company provides a spectrum of technology services and solutions. It caters to both individual customers and businesses, leveraging its reputation for expert technical knowledge and exceptional customer assistance to serve these distinct markets effectively. Now, when why did Best Buy? Best Buy opted SharePoint chiefly because of its powerful collaborative capabilities. Then the platform facilitates smooth communication and effortless document sharing among employees, departments, and locations. With a diverse range of products and services, Best Buy required a solution that could accommodate its varied needs. SharePoint's flexibility and aligned SharePoint's flexibility aligned well with company's expansive retail network, enabling efficient coordination and knowledge sharing. The adoption of SharePoint ultimately enhanced internal workflows, improved team colla- team collaboration, and contributed to increased productivity within Best Buy's operations. Over to you, Kamal, to explain the further slides. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Siddhartha, and greatly explain in terms of the background of Best Buy and why did they require furthermore integrations in their business. Now, talking about the business about of SharePoint, we can see that SharePoint was launched way after the incorporation of Best Buy, wherein the Best Buy was in business from 1966. The launch of SharePoint happened in 2001, and it was inspired by two other projects called the Tahoe and Exchange Public Folders. This was initially a platform where people can store files and can access within the organization, making it a seamless profession for all of them. Moving further, we could see that with this SharePoint, it brings in a lot of benefits for Best Buy, with including all the features that Siddhartha mentioned. The main effective features for SharePoint for Best Buy was enhanced collaboration, intranet and hub communications, efficient document management, and the inventory and supply chain tracking. With Best Buy, the issue was not the data storage. It's being a big company into uh, technology. They were able to get the best of the inputs they require. But with the geographical location of Best Buy having stores everywhere in Canada, it was very important for them to provide real-time information to their other stores that can ease the customer's interaction and can provide with more value of time to their customers. Hence, the need of SharePoint came in and helped Best Buy to increase their business exponentially because they were able to do a great collaboration within team. Someone sitting in Alberta was able to look for information in Nova Scotia and was able to do a great delivery as well. Intranet and Communication Hub made it an internal place to discuss things within the team, sending emails, doing the chats, which we have already done in our SharePoint as well. And inventory was a great aspect, not just in terms of the store inventory, but then they were able to look at for the district and the region as well. So with these great aspects, we will be looking forward and proceeding. I will request Aman to go ahead and discuss about the cases here.
Um, Thank you, Kamal, for this information about the SharePoint. So now I will evaluate some issues about the Best Buy, which while managing SharePoint sites. Best Buy's digital transformation team realized that the SharePoint folder structure is only known to individuals on teams creating the SharePoint site, and the documents can be hidden or even lost due to numerous subfolders under the SharePoint sites. Moreover, SharePoint accuracy can be seen at only 300,000 files in the library, which is really a deficient number for large-scale organization like Best Buy. Even performance issues occur at the 100,000 files where the SharePoint tabs send users to another unknown user interface. The biggest drawback of using SharePoint is that it is only used for the internal team collaboration, or we can say it is only an internal tool, which is completely prohibited for the external stakeholders who also need updates about the organization. Version control in SharePoint poses challenges due to its complexity and limitations because there is no another method of storing or monitoring the revision history outside the organization like films or InDesign pamphlets. Moreover, control management is a significant issue under Best Buy's SharePoint, where SharePoint's administration team is entirely different from the Active Directory of the organization. So that's all from my side. Now Lina will cover the rest of the issues.
Thank you, Aman. Now I'll continue with the rest of the issues. So our next challenge is permission management and access control. SharePoint provides different authorization levels from read to edit to full control. This determines what users can do within SharePoint, but it gets complex when different users or groups have different permissions on various lists or sites. So it leads to confusion. So to manage the permissions, it's critical for data security. The next one is dependence on internet connectivity. SharePoint's cloud-based nature offers flexibility, but also makes it reliant on a stable internet connection. So encouraging offline synchronization for essential files is vital. This ensures work continuously, smoothly, even in areas when there is no internet or unreliable internet. And the next one is our seventh challenge is integration with other tools and systems. SharePoint's integration with Microsoft Office streamlines productivity. To maximize this, standardizing import-export method is key. It minimizes errors, reduces inefficiencies, and ensure everyone has access to the latest information. Next one is security concerns. As we delve into security concerns, it becomes obvious that ensuring robust data security is paramount, but SharePoint's permission levels are the foundation. And strict access control measures are crucial, so regular security audits identify vulnerabilities and ensure strong passwords and multi-factor authentication, safeguarding sensitive. Now over to you, Mobrak, for continue rest of the slides.
So I'll start with the effective solution for the SharePoint management, as Best Buy has gone through some of the problems with SharePoint. So I'll be starting how to solve that actually. So first of all, SharePoint's collaboration and version control. So SharePoint version controls has a comprehensive history tracking, which has establishing version control protocols with naming conventions. So the next point is dependence on internet connection. So it always synchronized with the offline access with OneDrive for offline access. So whenever somebody is doing something, it automatically synchronizes with the essential files, especially when someone is traveling or doing remote work as well. So integration with other tools and systems. So seamless integration with Microsoft Office and third-party tools are really important because it has actually it are interconnected with each other, and there are some plugins for specially designed softwares as well, and it can, also the standardized file can be export and import to enhance the version control as well. So disaster and backup recovery, they have to create always, and which also have a third-party backup solutions. SharePoint also third-party backup solutions, and and the employee can be trained on using backup and recovery tools so that they can maybe use that for disaster and backup recovery. So the next point is should be the next point should be about ineffective file organization. So first of all, conduct comprehensive file audits and reorganizations, and standardizing the file naming and categorization as well. And so company-wide training is really important on effective file organizations. And also the permission management and access control. So permission management can be done on various situations, right? Managers can actually control who can contribute or read or edit the file or have access to the portal as well. So the limited storage issue. So the SharePoint actually offers like a 1 TB per user storage. So that is enough for someone to like to store files. And also it has file compression tools and regular patching and archiving and backups as well. So for the security concerns, it also have a multi-factor authentications and strong passwords, so which can be done to be alert about the security as well. So also we can provide a regular security audits and stay updated on security trends as well. So I'll be the presenter Pooja for presenting. Thank you.
Thanks, Mubarak. And here I will talk about for recommendation about SharePoint to Best Buy. For improved structure and search, use the information features of SharePoint to improve search by giving document project tags, document categories, and keywords. Create a well-organized material collection with the clear labels for project, phases, offices, or content types so that customer can reach the right files with speed because of an improved navigation system. Then to improve data registration, create common file name guidelines to ensure that files are simply to identify and important details such your project titles, timetables, and descriptions. This technique make things clear and increase visibility. Moreover, to maintain security of information and cooperation, set up privacy setting to control availability, turn on information clearance system to preserve accuracy, and allow material updating for monitoring updates as time passes to protect important information and stop illegal access and export secure operations by merging applying talents for in context participation and participation on papers, decreasing contact requests, and encourage responsibility. It might encourage collaborating and teamwork. Additionally, for appropriate storage and services, keep up with Microsoft announcement and SharePoint upgrades while setting preservation and storage policies, performing regular audits and planning record remove to reduce the burden on document libraries. In the last, use feedback and user learning to provide ongoing support while regularly informing staff on SharePoint's feature and guideline for use. Ensure that platform is used to its greatest advantage by collecting customer input and making change as a result. So now Gagan will conclude our work.
Yeah, thank you, Pooja, for your recommendations on how more Best Buy could improve using the features of SharePoint. So to put it all in a conclusion, SharePoint has played a very important role in Best Buy's digital transformation and also has supported in its growth and its efficiency, security compliances, and also in its data management. So SharePoint basically helps in the structuring of the data and also improves its data retrieval. Also, kind of secures the file storage. Also, coming up with the backups and the cloud which it uses, and also tries to eliminate its error. So SharePoint kind of basically has made Best Buy's operations more efficient in most possible ways. Also, by going by the next point, Best Buy has challenges with file organization, collaboration, storage, version control, permission management, and all these things is overcome by using SharePoint as its cloud service. Also SharePoint integrates with the Microsoft Office and emphasizes security, the controlling access, and also the auditing overall in it. So all in all, I want to thank my teammates for providing all the insights and info regarding the Best Buy using SharePoint. Thank you each and every one of you for presenting it in a very informative manner. So Kamal, how about we go to the Q&A round? What do you say?
Well, absolutely, Gagan. And there are certain doubts to be cleared on. And with the frequently asked questions, I'll be more than happy to clear them off with the team. So, proceeding first, Roshan Shah, I have a question for you. In which, what are the key aspects of digital transformation in managing data?
Yeah, Kamal, I would say key aspects such as data collection, aggregation, structured storage, organization. These are the main key aspects. And also, I would say it helps the business efficiency and growth. Also, the quality maintenance, cloud solutions for remote data accessibility, backup and recovery mechanism for data availability. I hope I answered your question, Kama.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you, Kamal and Roshan Shah. I have a question for Sugita. So, Sugita, I was wondering, like, was Best Buy struggling with data management before SharePoint?
Well, this is a good question. And what I feel is Best Buy was not struggling with data management, but data sharing. And data sharing is important so that there is collaboration, informed decision making, efficiency, innovation, problem solving, and transparency. So, like Best Buy, there were other companies also who faced challenge, and hence SharePoint came into picture. Uh, Overall, I would say that Best Buy was not struggling with data management, but with data sharing, yes. I hope I was able to answer the question.
Thank you. Thank you. It clears my doubt. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Sugita.
thank you.
Okay, so now I have a question for you, Kamal. Even SharePoint has many features, but what was the main benefits to Best Buy?
Well, that's a great question. And looking at this aspect, as Siddhartha rightly mentioned, data storage was never an issue, but because of the geographical expansion, data sharing was. And even in conclusion, Gagan mentioned about duplicacy of work and spending extra time on the same thing that has already been done by some other team member. So SharePoint actually helped Best Buy to lower down their time and cost in terms of preparing with more accurate and efficient data for their inventory that could be accessed in Canada wide. So these two were the main features that they had with the integration of SharePoint.
That's great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I have a question for Aman. And Aman, how can SharePoint be integrated with other Microsoft 365 apps and services?
Thank you, Sita, for this question. I think SharePoint is a tool which can integrate with the Microsoft 365 apps and services by allowing teams to share documents, calendars, and reports within SharePoint sites. Even the data can flow between SharePoint and apps such as Teams, Outlook, and PowerPoint automation, which creates the seamless collaboration and communication across Microsoft 365. And I hope I answers you well.
Yes, Aman, thank you.
Lena, what do you think Best Buy ensure that permissions are appropriately assigned and managed in SharePoint?
I believe proper management of permissions, Best Buy can implement a clear permission policy like regularly reviewing and auditing permissions, ensuring that authorized personnel have access, and educating employees on best practices for granting and managing permissions. Additionally, using SharePoint's built-in tools for managing permissions can simplify the process. I hope I answer well.
That's great, Lena. Thank you.
Thank you, Lena. That was a very good answer, which was very informative. So Mubarak, so I got one question. So what do you think are some of the key best practices for enhancing collaboration and version control in SharePoint?
Thank you, Gagan. First of all, the key best practices for enhancing collaboration and version control in SharePoint should be like co-authoring for simultaneous document editing, utilizing SharePoint version control features, and establishing version control protocols with standardized naming conventions, and also encouraging to synchronize initial files to offline access are some of the key best practices for enhancing collaboration and version control in SharePoint. Thank you, Gagan. I think it answers your questions.
Yeah, it definitely did, Mubarak. Thank you. Thank you for clearing that for me. Yeah, Aman, you have anything to ask?
Hi, Gagan. Actually,
Yeah,
I have a question for Pooja. So, like, Pooja, why we need to audit and manage our SharePoint at regular basis?
Okay, I think with regular auditing and organization of SharePoint documents, improve effectiveness, customer service, and meeting storage preservation laws, keeping the library orderly and clean. I think this is the information you wanted.
Thanks, Pooja,
Yeah,
for the
thank you for this
information.
information.
Thank you. So my question is to Gagan. Gagan, what do you think was the SharePoint necessary for Best Buy?
Now that's a real crucial question you asked, Lena. So it kind of basically puts whole this presentation in a single answer. So to answer that, it depends on Best Buy on which feature it wants to. Does it want it for data? Does it want it for the security purposes or as a storage? So these are a couple of factors which really made Best Buy use SharePoint, because SharePoint provides all these factors and enhances its capability in supporting Best Buy to reach its maximum potential, and it has done so. And that's what the presentation was about. And I guess SharePoint really was a very necessity for Best Buy if we consider all these factors to be maximized. Hope that answers your question, Lina.
Yeah, thank you, Gagan.
Well, thank you so much for the question answers, guys. That was a great Q&A in terms of summarizing what was the need of SharePoint in terms of Best Buy. May not just be the most important aspect for Best Buy to run their operations, but definitely a great pillar to support their operations. So this has been a great journey in terms with you all. So thank you so much for helping me in digitally transforming myself. And in regard to not last but not the least, we would like to thank our professor on behalf of the team for being so great in terms of sharing insights every real time and everyone who's viewing this. So thank you so much. And this is what we have to say today. And we'd like to say a goodbye and a thanks on that note. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah, thank you.
everyone.
Thank you, everyone.